Okay, today we're diving deep, but maybe not in the way you expect. We're using, well, probably the most unbelievable single sports performance maybe ever as our jumping off point. Shohei Ohtani, Game 4, 2025 NLCS.
Oh, absolutely legendary stuff.
Right. He pitched 6 scoreless innings, got 10 strikeouts, and hit 3 home runs.
3.
Which, led the Dodgers to a 5-1 win. They swept the Brewers straight to the World Series. I mean, the performance itself is just staggering.
It really is. You just don't see that combination of pitching dominance and sheer power at the plate. But for us today, the real treasure here is the language,
Oh, okay.
When something that incredible happens, the words people use, commentators, teammates, everyone, it gets elevated.
Right.
It becomes really high-impact, powerful English.
Exactly. So that's our mission. We're going past the stats, past the history, and we want to pull out the really practical, strong words and phrases that you can slot right into your own conversations. We're talking about taking language used for, well, baseball greatness and showing you how to use it for, say, business success or personal goals, or even just, talking about a great trip you had.
Yeah, the idea is you'll finish this deep dive understanding the history, sure, but also feeling like your own vocabulary has genuinely leveled up. So, where should we start? Maybe with the language of action, that sense of momentum.
Good idea. Looking at how people described it, they didn't just say Ohtani, helped the Dodgers. The phrase was he propelled them back to the World Series. Propelled, it sounds forceful.
It is. Propel is a fantastic verb because it implies a really strong force driving something forward. Think like a rocket engine. It suggests Ohtani's performance wasn't just part of the win. It was the main engine pushing the whole team forward decisively.
Right. Much stronger than just sent or led. So how do we borrow that kind of propulsive force for everyday stuff, not involving baseballs?
Well, you use propel when you want to talk about something specific, a decision, an action, maybe an event that really pushes a situation forward in a big way.
Okay.
So, for instance, maybe in business, that new investment round really propelled our company into the next stage, or her discovery propelled the entire research project in a new direction. It captures that strong forward push.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Okay, so from forward movement to the final result, the sweep. The Dodgers swept the Brewers. Again, feels very total.
It does. In sports, a sweep is winning every single game in a series. 0 losses. It's about complete domination, just clearing the opponent away entirely. And that feeling translates.
So sweep isn't just for cleaning floors. Definitely not.
If I want to say someone or something was totally successful, overwhelmingly so, sweep works.
Absolutely. It's perfect for describing that kind of comprehensive victory in almost any area. You could say, our sales team swept all the top awards this year. Or maybe that new app basically swept the competition aside. It implies there was no contest. Total win.
Okay, powerful verbs. Got it. Now let's shift a bit. What made Ohtani's night so incredible wasn't just the peak performance, but, well, where he was coming from, right? The struggle beforehand. That's a huge part of the drama, yeah.
Yeah.
Because leading up to that game, he was in a serious hitting slump. I mean, the numbers were stark. 3 for 29,
Right.
No home runs since the previous series started.
And slump, that's a word we can all relate to, I think. It's not just for athletes hitting baseballs. We've all been in a work slump or a creative slump.
Exactly. A slump is just that period where things aren't clicking, performance is down, activity is low, you're just not getting the results you want or expect. It happens to everyone, even the best.
Yeah, I remember hitting a writing slump last winter. It just felt like I couldn't string 2 good sentences together for weeks. It really captures that feeling of being stuck,
And what makes this story so great is the contrast. That 3-homer game wasn't just good, it was a massive breakout from that slump.
Andrew Friedman, the Dodgers president, basically said they were almost expecting it. He said something like, you can only keep Shohei down for so long for him to break out like this. That phrase breakout really emphasizes the suddenness, like pressure being released.
It does. To break out means to emerge suddenly, often from a period of difficulty or low activity, or even like confinement. It's when potential that's been held back finally bursts through.
So we can use breakout for any kind of sudden positive shift in results after a quiet period.
Yes, definitely. If your team has been struggling to solve a problem and then suddenly finds the solution, you could say they broke out with a new approach, or our new product finally broke out in the market after a slow start. It's that move from being stuck or quiet to sudden visible success.
Okay, from slump to breakout. Great contrast. Now let's flip to the other side of his performance, the pitching. 10 strikeouts, 6 shutout innings, just dominant. Which brings us to strikeout.
Right. Now, in baseball itself, strikeout is what the pitcher does to the batter. It's a success for the pitcher. 3 strikes, you're out. So Ohtani striking out 10 batters, that's fantastic pitching.
Okay, but here's a really crucial part for everyday English, isn't it? Outside of baseball, strikeouts almost always means failure.
It's exactly. It's one of those interesting flips in meaning. The pitcher's success, strikeout, is the batter's failure. And in general life, we grab the failure meaning. If you try something and it just doesn't work out at all, you struck out.
So if I applied for that dream job and didn't even get called for an interview?
You could definitely say, yeah, I applied, but I completely struck out.
Okay. Or trying to get concert tickets, tried to get tickets for that show, but struck out, sold out instantly.
Perfect examples. It's a really common, concise way to say you failed at a specific attempt. So remember, context is key. In baseball talk, it's good for the pitcher. Almost anywhere else, it means you failed.
Good distinction. Okay, that leads us nicely into the language people use to describe the overall impact, the historical significance, the legacy talk.
Yeah, and people reached for the big phrases. Max Muncy called it, quote, the single best performance in the history of baseball. Dave Roberts said, probably the greatest postseason performance of all time.
Wow. Okay, of all time is pretty clear the absolute best ever. But what about for the ages? That one sounds really grand.
It is grand. For the ages means something is so remarkable, so memorable, that it's going to last. It will be remembered and talked about by people generations from now. It belongs to history, not just the present moment.
I like that. So it elevates something beyond just great or amazing. Like if I had an incredible family reunion, I could say, that party was really something for the ages.
Exactly. It gives it that sense of lasting significance, even for a personal event. Makes it sound legendary.
Nice. Okay, and one more related thing. How players talk about remembering it in the future. Muncy said something about his kids, right? Like, I can't wait to pull up this game.
Yeah, I can't wait to pull up this game today when I'm older. 2 key bits there. Can't wait to... That's straightforward. Just expressing strong eagerness, anticipation. Simple but effective.
Right. But pull up. That sounds kind of modern, digital almost?
It often is. Pull up here means to retrieve something, to access it, to bring it up for review. We usually use it for digital things. Pull up a website, pull up a file, pull up a photo. Muncy's talking about calling up the memory or maybe literally pulling up highlights on a screen someday.
Ah, okay. So we can use those together. Like, I can't wait to pull up those vacation photos tonight. Or in a work context, I can't wait to pull up the final sales report. It combines that eagerness with the action of accessing the information.
Precisely. It connects that feeling of anticipation with the actual act of looking at the evidence or reliving the moment.
Man, this has been great. We took one absolutely insane baseball game and pulled out all this useful language. Action words like propel and sweep. Words for performance highs and lows like slump and breakout.
Yep.
The tricky dual meaning of strikeout.
Crucial one.
And those big legacy phrases like for the ages plus modern anticipation with can't wait to and pull up.
It really shows how dynamic language can be. And, here's maybe a final thought to chew on based on what Dave Roberts said. He called Ohtani the greatest player on the planet for a reason.
Right.
It was that unique combination, striking out 10 batters, Andy hitting 3 homers, skill and power together at a level no one else has done simultaneously. He's mastered this incredible two-way game.
So the challenge for you listening is maybe, what's your potential two-way game? What seemingly different skills could you combine and master in your own life or work that would make you, well, maybe not Ohtani-level famous, but uniquely valuable?
Yeah, what's that combination that could give you that kind of unstoppable momentum in your own field? Think about it.
That's a fantastic challenge, a great place to wrap up. Thanks so much for joining us on this deep dive into the language behind an unforgettable performance.
Always a pleasure.
And hey, if there's a topic you're super curious about or some specific area of English you want us to tackle next time, please let us know. Drop us a comment, send feedback, tell us what you want us to unpack. We're always looking for the next fascinating subject.